Dr. Jeff Iorg made a report in which he makes several statements that have been of great concern. One of them he sets up talking about the shift, the cultural shift to what he calls expressive individualism that has impacted our churches, thus creating this very untenable system for accounting and other things at the executive committee where our cooperative program dollars are sorted, saying that by churches restricting their gifts to various entities, maybe a church doesn't want to give to Southwestern Seminary or to New Orleans or to whatever, or to the ERLC or to NAM, they may contribute and say, give my cooperative program dollars divided up, but do not give it to. But you can, we put it down in the video description, so you can click there and listen to his full report, that in their last accounting period, they had to basically accommodate configurations of more than 30 different configurations of giving to the cooperative program, or giving through the cooperative program would be more accurate.
Bobby, I was listening to Dr. Iorg's report being given live to the executive committee that evening, and immediately I felt offended, because my initial impression of what we just saw in that clip, and again, I saw his entire report, but that particularly that portion right there, when he says the problem is expressive individualism, cultural people adapting to cultural changes, and in fact compared my church to children being allowed to choose their genders. I mean, I was just offended by that, and that was my immediate response to that. I later went back and listened to it again that very evening, and have seen it replayed a number of times since. Have read his transcript that he emailed out, and that has not lessened my views. As a matter of fact, my views are even stronger, and being reassured of what I heard was indeed correct, what he said. It's really sad. Culture hasn't changed me. I've been a proponent of the CP since 1987, when I was ordained into the ministry, and it wasn't until last year when I finally lost some hope, hearing that NAM just refused to follow along with some recommendations, and refused to be transparent, that we started giving, directing some of our giving directly to mission causes rather than going through the CP.
Dwayne, let me ask you this then. Yes. On a personal level in your church, and Warren, I'll come over to you too, but let's start with you, Dwayne. On a personal level, do you see this cultural explanation he gives of expressive individualism, is that reflected in your church's giving?
Absolutely not. Absolutely. The reason for our
is the decline, I was going to say, is the decline more about trust and transparency in leadership decisions then?
That's what it's totally about. Absolutely. It's not related to cultural changes at all.
I agree. And in our case, one of the things that continues to be asked is, why is a specific entity allowed to choose what part of the SBC Constitution that they're going to follow or not follow? Because some of our folks, have read that document and don't understand why the questions are not being asked. And then the second part of that comes back to, well, if they don't have anything to hide, why do they care? And so I don't see our giving changing because of what's going on around us. I'm now pastoring in a college community. And I have not, in the time I've been here and talked with folks and listened to folks and done the things that we're doing, when you go to a new place, a new place to serve, you hear the stuff, well, this is what we've done and this is why we've done it, including their CP giving. And that was one of the first things they addressed when I came here, was their CP giving and their state convention giving and that kind of thing. And it had everything I was told had zero to do with the culture and everything to do with transparency.